Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Talking energy, let's talk natural gas. Crude was pretty quiet today, but natural gas moved a decent amount, going down to about $2.94 on the July contract, finishing down about 31 basis points or a little under 0.5%. That $3 barrier from a price action perspective is definitely holding. July natural gas has fallen from that $3 level 5 times since it made that exactly $3 high on May 29th, and that's going up to a price of $2.98 and change. It actually hit $2.98 and fell a 6th time. So it's definitely struggling. It feels like that might break out. However, currently the weather is not necessarily going to cooperate in terms of looking for that breakout. We're going to be hot over the next few days and coming week in central and the southern U.S., and that's going to be offset by the north, which is going to have periods of hot and cold weather, enough to where experts say that heating and cooling will be used very sparingly in the north, while air conditioning will be used pretty heavily in the south. So it's going to offset that demand, the air conditioning side being electricity demand driven by natural gas power plants. Same thing in the north. North generally has a mix at this time of year of heating and cooling, but that back and forth between the hot and mild weather probably states that there's not going to be a use of either, at least at the normal demand cycles that we get at this time of year. So the overtly hot weather in the south is going to be offset by the mild northern U.S. weather that we're going to see. And then there's a situation in storage which is going to keep the bottom in the market. Supply is still less than this time of year last year, as well as the 5-year average. Currently in storage, we're 799 billion cubic feet lower than this time last year in storage, and 512 billion cubic feet lower than the 5-year average in terms of inventory. So the demand over the last 12 to 18 months has really zapped that supply, and we're not getting enough production to refill that. So you're probably still going to see somewhat of a floor under the natural gas market unless weather turns substantial. That northern weather is supposed to turn hot in the short term and then again flip to cold in the medium term. So we could see a little bit of more of sideways movement here, but overall that $3 barrier is holding. The more times it gets hit, the less likely it is to hold. This is Bob Iaccino talking natural gas futures from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.